Hi everyone, this is Gliza, Made with Glee. In this video, I'm sharing with you some table decor that I made out of wine corks. Now, you may have been collecting wine corks over the years and you just don't know what to do with them. You have them in a Ziploc, you have them in a container. If you have enough, you can make quite a few things with wine corks. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to be making. Now, I get wine corks. These are like the synthetic corks. They're not real wood cork. I don't know what they're made of, but I get them from a place where people go through a lot of these bottles, these Robert Mondavi bottles of wine, and I get them free. So I've made these spheres, and basically I used a styrofoam ball, and I don't have a video to show you, but it's a styrofoam ball. And I just started gluing one line around as a circle and then build each half. And I think I have a picture of me halfway through the process of making the balls, but I did not videotape myself making the balls. But what I am going to show you that I'm making now is a vase to go along. So I have 3 pieces of items that I'll be displaying in my table decor. And for the vase, you're going to need a lot of these corks. So basically, we're going to start gluing corks together to create logs. And then we're going to assemble everything together. So I'm just using a hot glue gun. You can use Gorilla Glue or something else if you didn't want to see any hot glue markings. It would definitely go a lot easier that way, or a different method of doing it, but I use hot glue because that's what I have, and I like to have instant satisfaction and don't like waiting on glue or paint to dry. So I've glued 2 pieces together, made them into logs. Then we're going to go ahead and assemble them to make our sides. So here, as you can see, that's a side. It could stand on its own. And we're going to need to make 2 of those, and then we're going to make the connecting walls. So you're going to make 2 sides the first way, which you see there. I'm using 12 corks down the middle, so it's a row of 6, and then 3 on the sides. That was the best fit that I could get using the corks that I have. So once, it's fairly simple, and like I said, if you didn't want to see this type of glue, you can use some other type of glue, but I am sticking with the hot glue, and you can see there's little pieces where you'll see glue leaking out, but if you wanted to, you can paint this entire thing, spray it when you're done. My original idea was to spray paint the spheres gold, but I end up liking the wood cork look. It is kind of organic. I do have a bar, so I can decorate with it there. And I kept it as is, as wine corks for right now. But I can see myself at Christmas time maybe spraying this gold or silver and putting glitter on it, or who knows. But this is just one method of, one way. I'm not saying this is the way you have to do it, but you can just use your imagination to go from there. So once we have our sides together, we're going to start assembling. So we have one side that stands with the 2 logs on each side, and now we're going to attach the connecting part. Ooh, and as you can see there, one fell. So we're just going to glue that together, and you really should wait for your hot glue to dry and set up completely. But like I said, I am very impatient. I don't like to wait for paint to dry or glue to set up. So that's why I tend not to use Gorilla Glue or those other glues. I tend to use this hot glue gun stuff because, it's a little bit quicker. So obviously I didn't wait for it to set up completely, but I'm continuing on with my with my assembly. So, and I'm sorry I'm out of the view there, but basically what we're doing is we're lining up, and we're gonna glue the side piece to the first main piece, like so. And then you're gonna do the same thing to the other side. And really, people do wait for your glue to dry and set up. Like I said, I have no patience. I want to see things done and as quickly as possible. So I would recommend waiting, but here we are. We're just going to go ahead and we're using generous amounts of hot glue. And we're gonna stick the other side on. And now, again, wait. Let it dry completely before you stick the left side on. But you'll see, I'll just keep going. So I am actually being a little bit patient there and letting it sit, but now as you can see, we're gonna add the top to it, and that creates our sides, the walls of our vase. Now just think about all the possibilities you can do. These are just like logs. If you did 3, you could make something taller, you could make it wider, you can make it any different way that you would like it to be. I just went with simple, the easiest thing that I came up with, just playing with the layout, and this was the size of the vase that I wanted. But you, like I said, you can make it taller, you can make it wider to suit your needs. All depends on how many wine corks you have. And I don't recommend going out and buying wine corks. I recommend you collect wine corks the old-fashioned way, by drinking lots of wine. So when you have a good amount of wine corks from your drinking, then you can go ahead and create one of these things. Or if you know someone who works in a bar or restaurant like I do, you can get them to collect them for you and give them to you whenever they see you. So that's how I happen to have so many wine corks, is because someone I know works in a place where these people drink a lot of wine. So that is the sides of our vase. Now you can leave it just like that and maybe stick in a mason jar inside, or a shorter vase that you could hide, you know, that you wouldn't see, and no one would know the wiser that it didn't have a base or not. But I'm gonna go ahead and create a base for this one. And like I said, I tend to craft without totally thinking out the full idea. So if I had plotted this properly, I would have left a little bit more spacing between my sections, because you will see towards the end here that it's not perfectly even. But this is what happens when you craft spontaneously. You kind of just, you know, you go with the flow, and you sometimes make mistakes or errors, but you live with it. So I am living with my imperfect little vase. I still like how it turned out, the way it looks completely put together. I don't think, you know, unless you're picking it up, you're not going to be able to tell. And be careful with hot glue, people. You will burn yourself, as I have done numerous times with my hot glue gun. That's why I try to use popsicle sticks. But like I said, again, I'm very impatient, and sometimes I don't remember, or I'm not, you know, I just won't pick it up, or I'll have it sitting right next to me and I'll forget to use it because I'm busy, you know, oh, let's just get this done, let's stick it together and see what happens. So use popsicle sticks. I believe there's special gloves you can buy that, you know, like those silicone gloves, so you won't burn yourself. But there, as you can see, there's a little spacing, but it was too late for me to pull it out and it's already stuck. So I said, you know what, just leave it be. So when you're doing this yourself, don't do as I did. Plan it out a little bit, look at your spacing, and then you can set them just, you know, at a little 1/4 inch spacing in between to get them to fit properly and not be a little uneven the way mine turned out to be. So there, yeah, there's like a pencil space worth that I could have, you know, aligned a little bit better, which I did not do. But like I said, it turned out perfectly fine. So now just make sure everything is in contact. Definitely let your glue dry before you start putting things in. But that is my wine cork vase. I think it turned out really cute. Now for the inside of the vase, I am using just a little mason jar that I have, that I use for other things in my craft room. When I'm painting or something, I'll have water in it, but you can use that, something like that, and stick it on the inside. You don't even have to. You can just put a piece of foam core, not foam core, like styrofoam with your flowers stuck inside, as long as you know, cut it down to height so it doesn't show. And all of my florals, of course, you guys know I get my florals from the Dollar Tree or Walmart, because Walmart do have a great selection of 97 cents flowers that you can get. And yes, you'd save 3 cents, but I think the quality of the Walmart flowers and the Dollar Tree flowers are pretty much the same, so it just depends on what you see or like or happen to catch your eye. So make your arrangement anyhow you like. I tend to go with this yellow and whites for the summer, so that's what you're gonna see that I'm doing. And as you can see, I have stems that I've taken apart already, but we're just gonna fill it in because to me it doesn't matter. I use what I can and then I reuse it again. So this is just stuff that I have around. I found one that's completely full and we're leaving the other one for other craft projects, and we're just gonna stick that in. And you know, like I said, this is just my personal style and taste of florals, but you can make this anyhow. I can see this looking pretty in pinks or in reds even. Even, you know, having some grapes or fruits hanging out of it with just vines. Make it go with like a wine theme. But that basically is my floral arrangement that I put together for this tiny video. Okay, so after this, I'm going to show you how I have it completely displayed and how it's set up. So that's it. That's our little wine vase. Now, oh, I almost forgot. I decided instead of painting, I have, of course, this ribbon from the Dollar Tree. You all have seen it before. It's the burlap with the lace. And I like how it looked, so I went ahead and I did go actually glue that on instead of going around. So that's just options for you. If you wanted to add a ribbon to it, you could paint it, you could stain it, you could do whatever you wish, but I ended up adding some of that ribbon. And like I said, I have lots of these wine corks to play with. I don't know what else I'm going to come up with. I've made ornaments with them before. So if you have ideas about how I can use these wine corks, please do drop me a suggestion. If you have a video that you've made using some crafts with wine corks, please do let me know so I can go check them out. Thank you guys for watching, subscribing, and I hope to see you in another video soon. Bye everyone.